2 in the morning, rather than admit to us that she'd spent her taxi fare. This resulted in me insisting that this should never happen again. And I said to her, if ever you're in that sort of situation, you ring me and I'll come and get you. Ever been now? That's when the Stocks taxi service was for. Anyway, it's typical, of course, that now we're getting ever nearer the age. Oh, sorry. Beg your pardon. Yeah. However, the independence stood her in good stead, and we're sure that it helped her to cope with the experience of university living, her nursing training, and the eventual career that has been her dream since the age of 9. It's typical, of course, that now we're getting ever near the age where we can do with it. She goes and moves in with someone else. Anyway, 5 years ago, Russ came on the scene. He's in the Navy, Dad, she announced. And I have to admit, there was all sorts of visions. All unfounded, I've been assured, by Russ. He comes from a village called Cloud in Derbyshire. He can ride Unisong. I'll bring him home next week. Obviously this was serious. But within a few minutes of that first visit, it was clear that there was much, much more to Russ than the fact that he'd attended clown school. He had an excellent sense of balance. His subsequent decision to leave the Navy, the determination and hard work in his new career, and his obvious love and loyalty towards Hayley has made him a very, very welcome member of our family.
Yeah, thank you.
He and Hayley continue to build a home and a life together, and I'm sure that I speak for Jeanette, Leslie and John in saying that we're all very, very proud of them both. And I have no doubt that Hayley is in safe hands. Okay, I can now see that Jeanette's starting to look for the sharpest bit of cutlery. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to propose a toast to the best daughter in the world and the man who's been a husband for about 4 hours. So please raise your glasses and drink a toast to their future health and happiness. To Hayley and Ross.
Okay, it's now that time then to hear from the man of the hour, the groom, Russell.
I'll keep it quite short. I also so of course, thank you all for coming. That's quite mandatory. But when Hayley and I first talked about what we wanted for a wedding, we quickly realised that all that really mattered was sharing it with the people who we love. So thank you all for coming. Thank you very much. Those of you who have travelled a long way to be here tonight, thank you to everyone who's paid for a room, especially with this. Thank you to the bridesmaids as well. A lot of stress on Hayley, so thank you very much for that. I'd like to say a special thank you to our parents. No matter how far away you live, we know that you're always behind us in every decision we make, and that is a massive comfort to us, so thank you. And now obviously, to my new wife, Hayley. I was about to say that she always looks fantastic, and tonight she's absolutely surpassed my expectations, but I can say that now with total honesty, Hayley, you look absolutely wonderful tonight. So I'd like to say thank you for first going out with me, thank you for saying yes, thank you for everything that you have got. Thank you. So will you please join me? Yes, Hayley.
to let that affect my performance. Which I think Russ might be saying later on tonight. I would like to say thank you to Hayley. I thought absolutely shone when she came around the corner today. I thought she was absolutely beautiful. And the bridesmaids I thought were also absolutely exceptional. And thank you to Russ for having a shade in this. A wise man once told me that the best man's speech should last no longer than the groom makes love. Andrew and I are both going to do a part of a speech each, and basically decided on a sentimental, heartfelt speech, and talking about how brilliant Russ is. And then we changed our mind and decided to take the mickey out of him for instead. I've got loads here. Russ was born on the 21st of July 1979, and despite John and Leslie loving him, he was an ugly baby.